I'm not gonna lie to you. Your boy likes a bit of television, specifically shows where there's a come up, which involves like the main character going from being poor to being extremely rich. And I don't discriminate through clean and dirty methods. Like I honestly don't. As long as it's interesting, I'm gonna watch it. So for the past few months, I've been watching these two shows. First one's Power. There's like Power and Power Book 2, and then the other show I've been watching is Snowfall. So in these shows, the main character essentially gets by and makes their money by selling drugs. And I don't know, I just find shows like this interesting. Most guys find these shows interesting. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the come up which we just find interesting. So while I'm consuming this, and like each episode will be like 40 minutes, I'll be consuming these episodes, and these guys will be going about their business as drug kingpins do. 2 days ago, something happened. I can't tell you what happened. I wish I could. But yeah, something happened. And after the event, I thought that I need to step up. I need to become the man now and relentlessly provide for myself and for those whom I love. And like, when I say this to you, there's nothing wrong with the thought. You're like, that's a normal thought that a man should have. But if you've watched these shows, you will know what I mean when I say the nature of these thoughts was similar to the guys there. It's like when I was sitting there, I was thinking of myself like Franklin Saint, and I was like, you know what, I need to step up to the plate. I need to take care of the people who I love. So I started thinking like those main characters. And the main characters were drug dealers. So I was having the same thoughts as drug dealers. And I just like to make it known that I was not having thoughts of doing anything illegal. For anyone who's watching, I was not having thoughts of that. But the nature of my thoughts was in a similar fashion to those guys in these shows. So I was sitting in the car, right? I was just doing a transaction. So I was sitting in the car waiting for a transaction to flip, right? And I was just sitting there. You know how people sit in the show? They'll be sitting there. They'll have their hand on their chin and they'll just be looking out the window, thinking about their next move. That's how I was thinking. I was thinking as if I was the head of some organization, some business. And every decision I made was a consequential one. So the point of this video is that what you consume shapes your mind and in turn shapes the way you think. And the way you think determines your character. So there is an obvious link to what you consume and the type of character that you have. Have you ever noticed that after watching like a movie or a series where the main character who you love acts in a certain way, that you subconsciously just start acting more like them? Like, after I watch every time a new season of Peaky Blinders comes out and I watch it, I just find myself having more Tommy Shelby-like thoughts of like, I have no limitations or stuff like that, right? So from this, you know that what you consume shapes your mind, and which in turn shapes the way you think, which will shape your character. So you need to strike up a balance between consuming and producing. But that's not even the point of this video. The point is that consuming is an essential part of life. So I'm not going to tell you to stop consuming. What I will say is that you have to make sure that what you are consuming aligns with the type of things that you want to do. So make sure that what you consume provides you with more positivity than negativity. Make sure that what you consume pushes you to fulfill your fullest potential. It pushes you to be you. So after watching this video, I want you to think about the things you regularly consume and really ask yourself, are these things helping me become the best version of myself?